Hi everyone, welcome back to Zen Rebel Yoga. I'm Theresa, and today we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of what Zen Rebel Yoga is all about. So today's practice is a warrior rebel flow, a dynamic and powerful sequence designed to ignite your inner fire. Will build lower body strength and endurance through strong, intentional movements. So no props are needed today, just your mat and your rebel spirit. So let's get started. So we're going to start in a nice, comfortable seated position, and we're going to keep our hands on our knees, and we're going to take a nice cleansing deep breath in and then let it out. And then on our next inhale, we're going to, as we exhale, we're going to take sharp, short breaths out. And we're going to do that for about 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds, however long you're able to do those short breaths. And then at the end of that, take a nice deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, and then we'll start again. So we'll do it 3 times. And I don't want you to do this if you have any cardiac issues, any respiratory issues, things like asthma, if you've had a recent respiratory infection, things of that nature. And also if you have any spinal issues, I don't want you to be doing this. And also if you're pregnant. So if you have any issues or you're unsure if you should be doing this, a nice comfortable seated position and just breathing normally is just fine. So we're going to begin. Here we go. Nice deep breath in. Let it go. And we're going to begin. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. 2 more times. Deep breath in. One last time. Beautiful. And on our next inhale, we're going to come to all fours. And we're going to walk our hands probably about 6 or 8 inches in front of us, tucking our toes. We're going to lift our hips into downward facing dog, giving ourselves a nice stretch through shoulders, walking those dogs, stretching out the hamstrings, stretching out the calves, holding here for a few breaths. And on our next inhale, we're going to take our right foot, bring it up in between our hands, drop that left knee, top of the foot comes to the mat. Inhale your arms up. Exhale. If you need a little bit more stability, you can leave your hands on your knee. If you feel like being challenged, you can inhale those arms up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen into the stretch. Stretch into that front hip on the left-hand side. Exhale, release. Bring that right foot back. Back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, bring the left foot up. Right knee comes to the mat. Top of the foot comes to the mat. Inhale. Press. Exhale, press into that front hip. Release any tension in those hips. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Push that left foot back, back to downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, we're gonna pivot ourselves forward into a plank. We're gonna do a short vinyasa flow. So plank position, inhale plank, exhale, lower down halfway to chaturanga. Keeping those elbows close to your body, hovering over that mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel that heat warming up those shoulders, strengthening that core. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. And here on your next inhale, we're going to bring our right foot forward. We're going to plant that left foot, not at a 90-degree angle, a little bit more angled towards the front of the mat. And inhale our arms up to warrior one. And you're going to try to square your hips off to the front. You probably won't get all the way to the front. It's not as easy as it looks, but you won't be able to square your hips off completely because of that back foot. But you want to try to face the front of the mat as squared off as you can. Inhale those arms up. Opening up that chest, opening up that heart. Try not to bend backwards too far. We're just lifting the chest. 5 breaths here. 3, 2, 1. And exhale to warrior two. Float those hands down. Pivot that back foot so that the arch of your left foot is meeting the heel of your right foot. And sink into that right knee, making sure that it's over your ankle. And gaze over those front fingertips. Feeling that energy. We're starting to build some heat in our thighs. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale, bring your forearm to your thigh. Scoop that back hand up and over. Open up your heart. Don't let that shoulder roll forward. Side angle pose here. Two more breaths. Inhale, coming back to reverse warrior. Let that back hand go down your back thigh. Your palm faces backwards, and you sink into that right knee. Beautiful. Feel that heat in that thigh. You got this. Inhale back to warrior two. And cartwheel those hands to frame that right foot. Bring that right back to downward facing dog. Woo! Feel that heat. Building strength in those legs. Inhale, bring the left foot up. Right foot comes at a slight angle. Inhale. Warrior one, square off those hips to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift the chest, ground through that back foot. exhale, warrior two. Breathe 5 breaths here. Gazing over those left fingertips this time. 2 more breaths. Exhale, side angle, extended side angle pose. Roll that shoulder back. Three more breaths. 2, 1. Exhale. Coming back to peaceful warrior. Two more breaths. And exhale to warrior two. Checking in with yourself, making sure that knee is over the ankle. And cartwheel those hands back to frame the left foot. Bring that left foot back and back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Nice job. And we're going to bring our knees to the mat. And we're going to come to a tabletop position, making sure that our hips are over our knees, our shoulders are over our wrists, and we're going to inhale, float the right hand up. And as we exhale, we're going to bring it underneath the left arm. Thread the needle, bring that shoulder to the mat. Side of the head comes to the mat. Bringing back your breath, natural breath. Cooling everything down. Exhale, release, coming back to all fours. Inhale, float the left arm up. Exhale, bring it underneath the right arm. Left shoulder comes to the mat. Exhale, release. Beautiful. And we'll come back. We'll swing our legs in front of us. We're going to come to a bridge pose. So come to lie on your back. Ground those feet. And on your inhale, you're going to lift your hips up. Engage the thighs. I know we've worked them hard, but engage those thighs, engage the core, and maybe tuck your shoulder blades underneath. And you could just lay your hands flat if that feels good to you, or you can clasp your hands if you can really get your shoulder blades tucked underneath there. And stay here for a moment. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Slowly roll vertebrae by vertebrae back down to the mat. And bringing our feet to the outer edges of our mat. Palms face skyward. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Letting it all go. Such a quick, intense practice. Taking it all in. Nothing left to do here. Bringing that heart rate down. Relaxing everything. With every exhale, just melt into the mat. And when you're ready, start bringing some movement back into your body. Wiggling those toes, wiggling the fingers, blinking your eyes open. Then maybe bringing our feet together, reaching our hands up and overhead. Full body stretch. And coming onto our sides. And pushing ourselves up. Again, into a nice, comfortable seated position. Whew, that was a short and intense practice. So I want you to take a moment here, bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment to show gratitude to yourself for getting through this challenging practice. Stepping into your strength, moving with power, and embracing the warrior within you. Namaste.